Hello, thank you for watching this video. So in this video we're doing question 1 of September 2023 question paper, mathematics paper 1. This comes from the KZN question paper or KwaZulu-Natal. So I'll start with 1.1 and then go down. So let's go. So 1.1, so you are given some quadratic equations here that you are expected to solve. So let's go. 1.1 solve for x. So here's the first one. So you have x times this bracket x minus 4. So if you have x times this bracket and the product of the two is 0, what does that? What tells you is that your x is 0 or your x minus 4 is 0. So one of the two should be 0, right? Or so, which means your x is 0 or your x is equal to 4. That's how you're going to obtain that 0 condition there, is if your x is equal to 4. So this is one of the easiest. You wish they give you something like this all the time. So 1.1.2. So they're saying solve for x. So you're given 2x squared plus 3x is equal to 7, right? And then they say write your answer to 2 decimal places. So I suspect this does not have very nice solutions, very nice looking solutions. It doesn't have like maybe your integers as, or actually, yeah, maybe it doesn't have the answer that would be more like an integer. So let's go. So what do? The first thing, you write this thing in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, which means you have to transpose the 7 to this side. So you have 2x squared plus 3x minus 7 is equal to 0. When you're here, use your quadratic equation, quadratic formula. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of your discriminant over 2a, right? So you say x is equal to negative b. What is your b? Your b is 3 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 3 squared minus 4a. A is 2. Your c is minus 7. So all over 2 times a, which is 2. So x is equal to, punch this in your calculator and see what you get. So I'll do that. Hopefully you can help me do that as well. So negative 3 plus the square root of 3 all squared minus 4 into a into c all over 2 times 2. So you get that x is equal to negative 3 plus or minus square root of 65 divided by 4. Your x is equal to, or your x is equal to, now write the decimals. So it's minus 1.27. Or your x value is minus 2.77. So these are the x values that you have. Go to the next one. So 1.1.3 inequalities. So you have 1.1.3. What do you have? You have x squared minus 5x plus 4 is greater than 0, right? So when you here, find the critical values. So critical values for x squared minus 5x plus 4 is equal to 0. Factorize this here, this, that. Or you can use the quadratic formula. So you have x, you have x, you have 4, you have 1, you have minus, you have minus. So your x is equal to 4, or your x is equal to 1. Right? Then you plot this thing here, this graph, which is this quadratic equation, and only show its intercepts. So yeah, x equal to 0, y is equal to 0. So we have 1, we have 4. So it looks like something like this, right? And you want it where it is above 0, right? Where it is positive, it is above 0 here. Corresponding x values are these ones here, which is from minus infinity up until 1, and it's positive here. The corresponding x values are here from 4 to So how do you write this? So you say your x is in the interval minus infinity to 1, together with what? With the interval from 4 to positive infinity. Or one will just say x should be less than 1, or x should be greater than 4. Should be the same thing. Because you can see that those x which are greater than 4, they're less than 1. So it should be fine. So we move to 1.1.4. So we have 1.1.4. What did they give us? They gave us like 3 raised to x minus 10 times 3 raised x plus 21 is equal to 0. So we rewrite this such that it looks similar to that. So this is 3 raised x, and then we have 2 outside, minus 10 times 3 raised x plus 21 is equal to 0. Try it. What do we do next? We let this equal to k, because it will look better. So let 3 raised x be k. So we substitute k there. So you have k squared minus 10k, which sounds like money, plus 21 is equal to 0. Then you factorize this. So you have k again is equal to 0. You have 7, you have 3, right? You have minus, you have minus. So your k is equal to 3, or your k is equal to 7, right? So what is k? But our k is 3 raised x. So 3 raised x is equal to 3 is 1, or 3 raised x is equal to 7. Therefore here we can say that x is equal to 1, because if you're saying these two things are equal, which means they are identical, which means they have the same power, which means you should have 1 there so that it is equal to this, which means your x should be 1. And then here, doesn't look very nice. So what do? You apply log, so they don't look the same, right? You can make them look similar. You apply log, so you have log 3 raised x is equal to log 7, right? So if you have log of something that has a power, the power goes to the front, right? So which means the power will come down here, and then you have x log 3 is equal to log 7 divided by log 3 divided by log 3. So your x is equal to log 3 over log 7. You can punch it here. Or if you want to be fancy, you can say x is equal to log 3 base, or log, should be 7, should be 3 here. Log 3 base 7. So your x is equal to whatever the answer is here. Punch that, see what your answer will be. What is log 3 base 7? Your x is equal to 1.77. So these are the x values, both of them. So we're done with 1.1. Let's move now. So now we're doing 1.2. 1.2 is it reads as follows: solve simultaneously for x and y. So they want us to solve x and y at the same time on these two equations that you are given here. So, like we always do, if you want to solve simultaneous equation, you look for the one that looks less scary. This one doesn't look scary. This is a linear equation. You wish to work with this thing every day, right? So this one, I don't know what it is. It doesn't look very nice. Looks like a circle or something. I don't know. But I like this one more. So from this one, you have a choice to solve for your x or solve for your y. So what we do, let's say we solve for y here. So y is equal to 2 minus x, right? Y transpose x to the other side is 2 minus x, so it's this one. So you have your y here to be this, which means you go to the next equation, the second one, where you see your y, which is here and there, you substitute this thing here. So that equation, the tough one, the one that you ran away from first time, you use it now. So x squared plus y squared, but y is here, is 2 minus x all squared plus 6x is equal to 4 times y. Your y is what? It's 2 minus x minus 4. This is what you have. So you use that equation. Wherever you saw y, you substituted this thing. Because this thing, you said this thing is called y from the first equation. So, simplify this. This is x squared plus, there's 2 of these brackets, which is 2 minus x and 2 minus x. You know how to multiply this out. Plus 6x is equal to, this time that, this is 8 minus 4x minus 4. Simplify this. X squared, if you multiply this out, you'll get what? You'll get 4 minus 4x plus x squared. This is what you'll get, which is this thing. Plus 6x is equal to this minus this. This is 4 minus 4x. That's what we have. Right? Then you collect your like terms. So this looks like this one, and this one looks like this one. This one doesn't look like any of these things here. This plus this, 2x squared, x squared plus x squared is 2x squared, right? This and that plus 2x plus 4 is equal to 4 minus 4x. Right. So we transpose these guys to the other side. What do we get? We get 2x squared plus this 2x here plus that 4x from there plus this 4 minus the other 4, which is this one. So these two go away. That's 0. So you have 2x squared plus 6x is equal to 0. So you take out the common factor here, which is maybe like 2x, or you can use the quadratic equation here, where your c is equal to 0. Your c is equal to 0. So you're left with x plus 3 is equal to 0 here. So your x, so you have two things multiplying each other, and the answer is 0. So it's either 2x is 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0, which means your x is equal to 0 or your x is equal to minus 3. Right? Now we have that x is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 3. We said our y was equal to 2 minus x. If our x is 0, like we have there, our y would be equal to 2 minus 0, which is equal to 2. So your coordinates are 0 and 2. If your x is equal to minus 3, then you have your y is equal to 2 minus x, which is minus 3, which is equal to 5. Therefore, your y is equal to 5. Right? So your coordinates are what? Minus 3 and 5. And you're done with this question. Move on to the next one. What does the next question say? Which is what? 1.3. Okay, so now we're doing 1.3. The roots of a quadratic equation are, so you're given the roots of a quadratic equation. What are roots? The roots are solutions. So which means when they solved whatever equation that was by a quadratic formula, this is what they got. This is what they found. So they are saying the roots of a quadratic equation are these ones. So these are two solutions. X is equal to 4 plus whatever over 6, 4 minus whatever this thing over 6. So these are solutions to the equation, like we did when we were finding solution using quadratic equation. For which values of n will roots be equal, right? They're asking for which values of n will your roots be equal. So, if you want your roots to be equal, right, what does it mean? It means you want the roots to be the same. So the only way these roots can be the same is if this part here is 0, right? Which means this part here is 0. If the part under the bracket is 0, then the roots will be equal, because you will have what? X is equal to 4 plus or minus the square root of 0 all over 6, right? And both your roots will be equal to x is equal to 4 over 6, or x is equal to 4 over 6, because it will be 4 over 6 plus square root of 0, 4 over 6 minus square root of 0. So your x is equal to 4 over 6, or your x is equal to 4 over 6. That's how you obtain roots being equal. That's how you obtain your roots being equal. If your roots are equal, then for your roots to be equal, your discriminant, this part under the square root, is called the discriminant. The discriminant, which is this part, should be equal to 0. So this part under the square root, so you know your quadratic equation is equal to what? Let it be plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. The part under the square root, b squared minus 4ac, is called what? The discriminant. So if you want equal roots, this part under the square root must be 0, right? Which means the part under the square root is called the discriminant, it should be 0. But now you know what your discriminant is. It's 25 minus n squared, so it should be equal to 0, this part. So to find, you must find the value of n, because they're asking what should the values of n be so that this has one solution. So we are saying what should the value of n be so that this thing is equal to 0. Factorize this. We have 25, we have 5 minus n and 5 plus n. Difference of two squares equal to 0. So n is equal to 5, n is equal to minus 5. So these are the values of n for which this thing will have equal roots. You can substitute 5 and minus 5 there. You will find your answers to be these, both of them. So I think we're done with 1.2 here. 1.3, or with question 1. So if you found this question helpful and you are here at the end of this video and you found it helpful, please let us know by commenting on our video, liking the video, and maybe inviting friends to watch it. Maybe it can help them too. Thank you for watching. Cheers.